It's NFL Combine Week. That means NFL players, coaches, GMs are conducting interviews at the Combine, saying some stuff, dropping hot takes into the microphone. One player we heard about yesterday was Tyjae Spears, his workload, what they think about him. We're going to cover that today. On top of that, you need to click that subscribe button because we want to help you with fantasy football, building your dynasty teams, getting the news on these players, and everything else. But let's get into it. Titans GM Ran Carthon starting to talk about him here in the press at the Combine. Let's see what he's got to say.
First of all, like Tyjae is a dude that I just described. Like, he's very passionate about football. He loves the game. He's a hard worker. And I think you guys have gotten to know him, know that's how he's wired, and you love that about him. Tyjae's one of those guys that's always in the building. You know, I know there were a lot of concerns about his knee coming out. That was the big question this time of year and after we drafted him, but we're talking about a guy that never missed a practice, never missed a game. And he's, you know, for lack of a better way to put it, he's made of the right shit. You know, and those are the type of guys that we want to have in our program.
All right, they like him. They like him a lot. They said he was made of the right shit. They want him on the field. They like him. That's the main takeaway here. They're looking forward to using him this year. They're looking forward to getting him on the field. A lot of good stuff, but that's coach speak. The thing is, they're not going to say anything bad about him. But reading the tea leaves here, it's easy to say Derrick Henry's gone. Derrick Henry's not coming back. Looking at his numbers last year, Tyjae Spears, 9 points per game with Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry soaking up a lot of workload. But Tyjae Spears, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games in double-digit PPR fantasy production, 2 RB1 weeks. That one was in week 18. But I'll tell you, there's a lot of people who play championship games in week 18 because they come to me for advice during that time. That's production still, getting opportunities. But still, you're seeing some opportunities on the field as a rookie playing with a top-end running back who's soaking up a ton of workload. He's used in the passing game. We're averaging 4.1 targets per game. On the top end, it's 8 a game. Low end, 1 or 2 targets. But still, it's consistent. On average, you're getting 4 to 6 targets per game, which is very solid. And with Derrick Henry out, with them in love with Tyjae Spears, with them feeling comfortable with him, he's going to be on the field a little bit more, seeing more opportunities. That means could be more targets going his way. Maybe 5 a game, maybe 6 a game, maybe 4.5. Who knows? But this should be the baseline. Opportunities per game, we're hitting double digits in a lot of games here. That's a good sign considering Derrick Henry is an opportunity hog and he soaks up the opportunities. Top 5, top 8 in the league at soaking up opportunities at a 34% share. Getting a lot of workload, soaking it up, preventing a guy like Tyjae Spears to really hit that upside, but he's gone. He's not coming back. But the free agent listing at running backs pretty lucrative right now. You got some names, and you got some cap space here with the Titans. That being said, you got to see what happens here. They are going to bring in another running back. You just can't roll out with one running back these days. You also got the draft to look at. You got some good running backs here. You got some running backs of consequence. You also got some running backs here of not so much consequence. Tyjae Spears, though, they're comfortable with him. They're going to roll out with him early in the year, allowing him to get some workload and some touches. But it also depends on who they bring in. Are they a rookie? Are they a top-tier free agent, mid-tier free agent, low-tier free agent? What's that buffer going to look like for the workload? They do have a lot of cap space here to bring people in, to get some opportunities here, to really build this team, add some more weapons. You got Will Levis back there, so you want to build around him. You want to get more than just one good running back. You probably want 2 or 3 and have a good distribution of the workload because that's the trend with the NFL. And if something happens to one of those running backs, Tyjae Spears getting more work, but Tyjae Spears is right now the incumbent. He is looking like he's getting the workload. He's looking like he's getting the opportunities. And the market in Dynasty Fantasy Football is saying that they got him ranked as the 14th best running back at Keep Trade Cut, with his value going up a tiny bit and stabilizing over the last 6 months. He's just 22.7 years old. He's got draft capital behind him. We're going into his second year. He's using the passing game. He's going to get some upside here. This looks like a prime time to see what's going to happen with him because there's no other running backs right now. but they could sign someone in free agency. They could draft another running back. We do have a lot of options where the Titans would want to go. They got a lot of cap space. I bet they bring in another running back. Buy, sell, hold. That really depends on your league. First off, a running back that's valued in this situation, not many people are going to be willing to sell them on the cheap. So you're going to have to pay up for that. And that's probably going to be more than what you're willing to do, because people are not going to cough up a running back who's going into year 2 that you know that has a lot of potential, that looked good on the field as a rookie. So that being said, you got to be creative and you got to move around the board. Are you going to sell him? Really depends if something comes back at you, because one, he's a running back. Really depends if your league is thirsty for running backs, because running backs you can chase and replace. They're 1-year hitters right now. You look at them in 1 to 2 year windows. Tyjae Spears right now, in a 1-year window, you're liking it. In a 2-year window, you like it, all right. And then past that, you're like, you know what? He's a running back. That's what running backs do. But we're seeing some upside here in the value. RB14. Can we surpass that? That can happen if they don't bring in a running back of consequence. If they bring in a jabroni, he's going to stabilize. He's going to hold that value, if not increase it. If they bring in a running back of consequence, he's going to dip down a little bit. But the good thing about him is he's using the passing game. He's going to get opportunities, and they're not going to bring in a running back that's going to soak up more opportunity share than Derrick Henry. That's another thing to look at. He's going to get more opportunities this year. He's going to probably score you at least more than 9 points per game if he's healthy on the field. Wheels up for that. But always test the market, kick the tire, see what comes back at you, whether you're trying to buy him or sell him, to see what kind of deal comes your way. And a lot of leagues, deals don't happen. That's the real talk on this. A lot of people will say buy, sell, hold in their content. But in real life, people aren't selling, people aren't buying. So the thing is, you just got to test the waters in your league. But we have a good idea of the pricing. Around RB14 range is what the market's saying. So you want to kick the tires, see what comes back at you, see if you can catch a deal, see if you can sell at a good price, whatever you want to do. Or you can hold, because I feel like you're going to get more than what you got last year. He's using the passing game. They're not going to bring in another running back that's going to soak up more opportunities than Derrick Henry, considering they like Tyjae Spears. They want cheap running backs because everybody wants cheap running backs, but they still want to build around Will Levis. They're probably going to build a stable of running backs to work with going into the future. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. I want to thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.